Imagine earning $1 million a year and your income tax bill zero. Not because of some loophole, not because of clever accountant trick, but because the law literally says you don't have to pay. That's the reality of every single person living and working in the UAE. Citizens, expert, professionals, European executive, everyone. Zero personal income tax. Here's the question that should be in your head right now.
If nobody pays income tax, how does the UAE fund its world-class airports, its systems, its free healthcare for nationals, and those insane skyscrapers?
Where does the money actually come from? That's exactly what we are breaking down today. I am Ramesh Chaudhary and this is the Tax Atlas, where we decode every country's tax system so you don't have to. Let's start with the basics. The UAE, United Arab Emirates. It is a federation of seven emirates. Dubai and Abu Dhabi are the most famous, but there are five others too. Since its foundation in 1971, the UAE has never imposed a personal income tax. Whether you earn 30,000 a year or 3 million, the government takes zero from your salary. This applies to everyone, UAE nationals and the roughly 9 million expatriates who make up nearly 90% of the UAE's workforce. So, an Indian engineer in Dubai, a British banker in Abu Dhabi, and an American consultant in Sharjah, all of them keep 100% of their salary, no income tax deducted ever. So, now the real question: how does a modern, functional, wealthy country run without income tax? The answer comes down to four main sources. Number one, oil and gas revenue. This is the big one. Abu Dhabi alone sits on roughly 6% of world proven oil reserves. For decades, oil money funded almost everything: infrastructure, government salaries, social services. But here's something most people don't know: Dubai specifically is not heavily oil dependent anymore. Less than 1% of Dubai's GDP comes from oil. They saw the future early and they diversified. Number 2, corporate tax. Until 2023, even corporates paid zero tax in the UAE, but that changed. The UAE introduced a 9% corporate tax in June 2023, one of the lowest in the world, mainly because of the international pressure from the OECD's Global Minimum Tax Initiative. Free zone companies, and there are hundreds of free zones in Dubai, still enjoying significant exemptions. In 2018, the UAE introduced VAT, value added tax, at just 5%. That's extremely low compared to Europe, where VAT is typically 20 to 25%. This added a steady stream of revenue from consumption rather than income. Number 4, tourism, trade, and real estate. Dubai is one of the world's top tourist destinations. Over 17 million visitors a year. Hotel taxes, tourism fee, airport revenue, real estate transaction fee generate enormous income for the government. Dubai's port handle more cargo than almost anywhere in the world. Trade, fee, logistics, finance service, all of these create government revenues without touching your payback. Now I want to be honest with you because this is tax atlas and we don't do hype. The UAE being tax free does not mean living there is free. There are indirect costs that people often don't mention. Cost of living is high. Dubai is consecutively ranked among the most expensive cities in the world. Rent, schooling of kids, private healthcare for exempts, these can eat significant into your tax-free salary. No social security net for expats. In countries like Germany or the UK, your taxes fund unemployment benefits, state pensions, free education. In UAE, expats get none of that. You are on your own from retirement planning and the healthcare. Visa dependency. Your right to live in UAE is tied up with your job. Lose your job and you have a limited time to find another before you must leave. There is no permanent residency pathway the way Western countries have, though Golden Visa have changed this somewhat for high earners and investors. No political representation. There is no democracy in the traditional sense. You cannot vote, you cannot influence tax policies, you have very limited legal recourse compared to your own home country. So, zero income tax is real, but it comes with trade offs that are equally real. Here's a question worth asking. How long will this last? The honest answer is nobody knows for certain, but there are real pressures building. The OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperative and the Development, have been pushing a global minimum corporate tax of 15%. UAE's move to 9% corporate tax in 2023 was a direct response to this. If global pressure increases, corporate tax may increase further. Oil revenue, while still significant for Abu Dhabi, are long-term declines as the world shifts to cleaner energy. However, personal income tax still seem very unlikely in the near future. It would be politically catastrophic. The UAE's entire value proposition to the world's talent and capital is built on this zero tax promise. Changing it would cause a massive exodus of expats and businesses. The UAE government knows this. So while corporate and consumption tax may gradually increase, your personal salary is likely safe for the foreseeable future. So to summarize, UAE has zero personal income tax because of oil wealth, smart diversification, VAT and trade revenue make it possible. It's not magic, it's very deliberate economic model built up over 50 years. Is it the perfect system? No. Does it have trade-offs? Absolutely. But as a model how a country can function and thrive without taxing personal income, it's genuinely fascinating. For the next video, we will be going to the other extreme, Germany, one of the highest income tax rates in the developed world. Why do Germans pay so much tax and what do they get for it? So if you found this video useful, please do subscribe our channel, The Tax Atlas, where we decode the world's tax systems.